Notre Dame head coach Niele Ivey with us now. Coach, great to see you. Always enjoyed talking to you. We enjoyed talking to your players earlier today. There's a lot of expectations surrounding your team after what we saw last year, all the talent you bring back. How do you deal with the expectations?
I love it. That's what you want. In year 3, I'm super excited about this group. They're committed. They're loyal. They're just ready. You know, after last season, they got back in the gym. They're just really hungry, ready for more, and excited to get out on the court.
Olivia said something to us that surprised me a little bit. She said in the NCAA tournament, they surprised themselves almost with kind of playing to their potential, getting to the Sweet 16, of course playing NC State really close too, almost getting to an Elite 8. Did they surprise you at all, Coach, in the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, you know what? I always believed in them. I knew that it was going to be a process. You know, Liv being a freshman, she was learning on the fly. She was in the fire. Sonia's in the fire. So I knew what I was seeing every day, and I was excited to see the growth and just to see the progression during the season, in the tournament, and then also, you know, NCAA tournament. So it was amazing. But again, they were surprised, but in my mind, it's what I was looking at every day.
Niele, over the course of your time at Notre Dame as a point guard and then coaching Jaden, your son, as a point guard, and now you've got Olivia. I mean, and I know you give her some freedoms that maybe sometimes require a little more patience when you're trying to help her continue to improve. Because we saw the triple-double, so we know she's got more than scoring, more than passing. What are the most important things that she needs to do to lead your team this year?
Yeah, well, I challenge her to be a little bit more vocal. She understands that we start the way she starts. And so that's a challenge, like setting the tone. And that's hard for a freshman. But now that she had the early enrollee year she had last season, I think she understands that expectation. Like, it's a lot on her shoulders. It's a burden, but it's also a reward, you know. And I think she's embraced that. And so that's what I challenge her with, a lot of communication. She knows that within my system I do give her a lot of freedom, but she allows me to coach her as well. Great players want to be coached, and so that's what I appreciate about her.
Coach, Maya Dodson, I thought, was so important for you guys last year. The unsung hero, low-key MVP, especially down the stretch. She's gone, as you know. But you brought in,
thanks for
not breaking news. Yeah, sorry about that, Coach. But you brought in a lot of pieces to help replace her, and both your players that were on with us earlier talked about Kylie Watson. I know you've got Jenna Brown and Lauren Ebo. Tell us what the plan is there at the 5 spot.
Yeah, well, first of all 3 of them, elite experience. You know, Jenna Brown coming from Stanford, national champion, Ebo 2 Elite 8s, and Kylie what she did at Oregon. I feel like all 3 of them are going to be difference makers, but Kylie really is an extreme difference maker. She has a motor. It's contagious, the way she plays. She plays so hard on both ends of the ball. And Ebo, her efficiency. I haven't seen a post with such great hands since Ruth Riley. So both of them are different, but I think they're both going to make an immediate impact and really impact this league.
Somebody else that I know you're looking forward to seeing even more from this year is Dara Mabry, who we got to talk to early, and she just seems so fired up to be back, to have the weapons that she has around her. What have you seen from her this offseason, taking the next step?
Well, she's such a worker. So outside of, you know, her 2-week break, she's right back in the gym. She's in LA working, she's training. As you know, the Mabrys, they're always working on their game, always working to get better. She's a player's coach. She's such a high IQ. She's sending me film all summer long. Coach, what do you think about this play? So she's staying engaged. And I love that about her because our team looks up to her. She's our vocal leader on and off the court, in the locker room. But it's her work ethic that I think is contagious for our team. So I just love that I have her for another season, and I know that this is going to be one of her best years yet.
It's kind of, go ahead, Debbie.
Yeah, please.
Well, I was just saying it's kind of weird in a good way because Notre Dame is so loaded with talent, but I feel like we haven't mentioned Maddie Westfall at all yet, which is weird because Maddie Westfall is a player. So tell me what you expect from Maddie this year and the growth you've seen in her game.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're going to see a little bit more maturity, that experience. She had the opportunity to compete with USA Basketball going 3-on-3, and I think that's really going to help her. It's helping her confidence, but understanding my schemes, understanding my philosophy. Coming in year 3, not having as much pressure as she had her freshman year, she just played with ease. She fits really well with the pieces that we have. But again, like you say, like she's an unsung hero. She does so much. She's in phenomenal shape. And she's going to be another spark for us, and somebody that I'm going to really look to.
Well, we know you're loaded with talent. I mean, we're excited about seeing it on the floor, and you continue to progress at a high level. But you have the most daunting schedule in the league. I mean, in my opinion, there is no question there is not a harder conference schedule. You got to play all the top teams on the road. I mean, you got to play at Louisville twice. You got to play in the last game of the regular season, which is hard. You got to play at NC State, at North Carolina, at Miami. I mean, I know
ads.
you know it. I don't have to.
Do I need to talk to somebody? Because why did I get that?
You might need to, Coach. I don't know.
That is really challenging. So knowing that you have that, how much is in this particular year, if you can get through the grind of that, going to help you for the postseason? Because we always talk about that mattering when you get to the postseason.
Yeah, I'm hoping that really prepares us. We have to be road warriors. That was something we kind of struggled with last year. I think Liv talked about it, making sure that we finish games. But I know that's going to prepare us. It's going to prepare us for the tournament, ACC tournament and the NCAA tournament. But I know coming in that our league is the toughest league. I know no matter where the standings are, every night is going to be a battle. And I know that's something we're going to embrace. It's going to be a challenge, but I'm looking forward to it.
I think it's going to be a battle just to get the top 4 seeds.
Oh, yeah.
The ACC tournament,
Yeah.
like there are more teams that are
double bye.
capable of getting that. That double bye is going to matter for winning the ACC tournament.
Well, and speaking of that, Coach, I saw your "Hungry for More" is one of your slogans this year. And last year, you guys really felt like you should have made it to the ACC, at least to the championship game, and you didn't. Has that been something that's been a point of emphasis as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think that really, I mean, those losses, the losses in the NCAA tournament has really fueled us. It's something that we got an opportunity to say, okay, this is where we need to grow. As a coach, I can go back and look at the things that I need to help them get better at. It's my job to do that. But also, they're willing and they understand. But yeah, so that we're going to definitely take all those lessons and utilize that, fuel us, and it's going to fuel us for this season.
You've obviously been in big games, big moments, know what it takes to win a championship, been there as a player and as an assistant. But what did you learn from last year and that experience with your team as a head coach of what you need more or less of in continuing to prepare those women down the road?
Yeah, I mean, I know that the entire season I really focused on finishing games. That was something that we kind of struggled in year 1. In year 2, we're heading to the fourth quarter, up 8, up 10, and losing games. So that was something that I've really worked on. I've watched a ton of film. Just working on my ATOs, working on in a late game situation, something that I'm, as a coach, trying to prepare for defensively and offensively. But I take all those moments and I go through all those. I'm trying to look at more data, trying to look at analytics a little bit more, seeing where I can improve to help our team.
Love that.
That's it. It's the fourth quarter in this league right
Yes,
now. I
it
mean,
is.
I'm
You're
talking
fitting
about
into Debbie's theme.
Yes, no,
He's throwing up 4s now.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so the one, Kelly brought up Maya, having a rim presence. Now, Ebo catches on the block. I know she's an immovable object. Okay? But on the defensive end, like, have your schemes changed defensively? I know you like to play some zone, but, like, not having that shot blocker in there, or am I missing a shot blocker?
Yeah, no, I think Kylie's gonna be somebody that comes over. She doesn't get, because her defense, she's so explosive. She has such a great motor that she's really smart defensively. So she's been a pleasant surprise for me. But I've talked about that. Our rotation, our help side has to be better because we don't have Maya. Maya covered up for us a lot because of her athleticism. So I've really focused on rotation. I focus on, again, guarding the ball better, but also making sure our second and third layer of help side is there. But my schemes have to be a lot different. I'm working on that.
And how does KK factor into all of that? Because KK is, I'm really excited about watching her play for you.
Yeah, KK is the perfect fit offensively, defensively. She's a bigger guard. She's come in with a college body already. She's very, very smart. And I think that she's going to help us. She's going to help us with her being a really good on-ball defender. But again, just her awareness on and off the ball is just really impressive. And she's going to be a pleasant surprise. She's definitely one of the top freshmen in our league.
Coach, when you came into this league, when you were still an assistant with Notre Dame, you guys kind of ran the show, to be honest. You won 4 in a row. Louisville was really good. But how have you seen the ACC evolve in that we have 5 teams right now that could legit win this thing, and that was not the case when you guys joined the league?
I mean, the parity is amazing. Again, the talent's amazing. The coaches are amazing. And that's what I feel like I've watched of being here for the past several seasons, just being a part of the ACC. They're just, everyone's strong. From top to bottom, and they're just improving. They're just getting better. I talk to a lot of recruits, and they want to play in the ACC because our league is so tough. It's so athletic. It's really impressive. And again, I know that it's great to be a part of this because I know that it prepares us for the ultimate goal of going further in the tournament.
Well, and you don't have to respond to this, but Debbie, I think that Notre Dame coming in has led to a lot of this. I think Notre Dame and Louisville coming in has almost raised a lot of the other ships.
I definitely think that, but I think you can even go back a little bit further when the league had long and athletic, where the SEC was big and strong, and the length and the speed of the ACC was a little bit different, and now it's at another level.
Agreed.
And the Big Ten is a different style of play. It's it's just a different pace. It's highly skilled, but just different. Like there's just different. So you have to be prepared for every kind of matchup, because it is not easy to win in this league, and not with the schedule you have.
Yeah.
You're Debbie, stop reminding her.
It's like, stop reminding her.
I'm trying to be excited.
I'm going to lose sleep for you.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Let me remind you of something good. And it's all the young players that you have that we already saw so much from last year. Are there times this offseason where you're at practice, or maybe you're just sitting at home and you're like, wow, we still, like, we're young, but we got a lot of talent and a lot of experience. You've just got to be so excited about what lies ahead, not even just this year, but in the years forward for this team.
Yeah, I'm grateful. I'm blessed. I know that I have, like you mentioned, like a really great young core, and they're so competitive, and they build each other up. They're always working on their game. There's times in practice, and again, I'm putting a lot of things in right now, so I do have moments where I'm like, man, are we going to be good? But then I have moments where I'm like, wow, you're going to be really good. You know, you have those glimpses when they start figuring things out. So I'm grateful for this group. I love working with this group. They're a lot of fun. They have fun on and off the court. It just makes my job a lot easier when you have such an amazing group that want to get better and that they're so coachable.
Awesome, Coach. Well, we appreciate the time. We're looking forward to seeing what you guys do again this year. So impressive, that Sweet 16 appearance last year, and loved hearing how hungry your players are for more after that and what they're going to learn from that. Thanks so much.
Thank you.